On this episode of O'Fallon Matters, meet O'Fallon's new city administrator, get a first-hand look into the O'Fallon Dispatch Unit, and learn about a group of local teenagers who are making a positive impact on youth in a community. Next on O'Fallon Matters. Hi, I'm Dave Burkhart, your host for O'Fallon Matters. The city of O'Fallon recently opened a time capsule that was buried back in 1970. Here's the story of a group of students who reunited for a shared spirit of the past.
In November of 1970, Paul Barcy's social studies class from St. Dominic High School decided to bury a 24-inch tall 10-gallon milk jug that was once used by dairy farmers. The milk jug contained items that were significant to the period. Then over the years, the time capsule sat in Civic Park just waiting to be opened. Often when classmates reunited, they wondered if their time capsule was still buried in the park.
We were making memories, just people talking back and forth, chatting on Facebook. And I honestly thought that the time capsule had been dug up before through the different changes that had gone through the Civic Park. There was a memorial over here, and I thought it was dug up then. So I didn't think it was still there, but luckily we kept going on with it. I found some pictures that I had taken the day we were doing it. We posted those online, and it brought back a lot of different people thinking about it. So that's what happened.
Then we get this call from John Griesenauer's Parks Department, and they said, you know, we just went, based on those pictures, we decided to dig in a little area, and we found it. And then we went, cool, let's all get together and come out here and have an unveiling. So that's the story.
Once the time capsule was unearthed by city staff, the city of O'Fallon and the St. Dominic class of 1972 gathered to see what was in the old milk jug.
Our city park staff opened this unearthed container about 2 weeks ago on September 26th. And since then, there's been a lot of excitement and anticipation about the contents. And as I was standing over talking to them, they really don't know what they remember putting in this thing. So this is going to be great.
They were great students, and we began a project 43 years ago, and today we are ending that project. And if I could go back to my grade book, I would all give you an A.
The time capsule contained old dolls with clothing from the time period, a toy missile, and an old tape recording from the era. But for Paul Barcy and his students, it was more about reliving their history together.
I know the idea behind burying of the time capsule, so many of my students thought of history in terms of events or people who lived 50, 100, 200 years ago. And I wanted to convey to them that they are part of history, and that was the reason for the development and the planning of this time capsule, and bringing us back together after almost 43 years.
We've seen over the years how important history is. It gives you roots. It connects you with your community so much. And to bring back these people now, a lot of them who have moved away, and come back where their roots are, it just makes a better community, I believe. If we forget what we did in the past, we're never going to do things right in the future, right?
This area has changed a lot, and we thought for sure it was gone, and to find out that we actually found it and dug it up and dug everything out of it and had this event is just, it's surreal.
In the end, everyone appreciated seeing what they had buried 43 years ago. and they also enjoyed each other's company just as they had in 1970.
Let's find out how the Mayor's Youth Advisory Council is lending their voice to city government. Brett Figgis has their story.
Here at the O'Fallon Municipal Center, there's a set of doors that lead to O'Fallon's council chambers, home to the City Council and all of our other boards and commissions. But it's also home to a council that doesn't deal with city ordinances. Instead, this council focuses on engaging O'Fallon's youth. And who better to lead this council than the youth themselves?
The Mayor's Youth Advisory Council is a special advisory board to Mayor Bill Hennessy and our liaison, Councilman Jeff Schwenker. And we work to promote youth interest in the city of O'Fallon and generate youth involvement.
And we're just here to try to really just integrate all the youth more into O'Fallon activities and such, and bring them more together in this community, and just try to get more involvement through that, and really just reach out and show that we're here and we're active and we take pride in our city.
The Mayor's Youth Advisory Council is a great way for the youth to help the youth become more involved with the community, outreach to more people, just, make O'Fallon better.
I think we're really taking this council to a place beyond its original intent, but it's going to be really great. It's going to do some amazing things for the city.
For years now, the council has given a voice to our community's youth and educated them about how government works within a city. It's also given them an opportunity to host city events like the annual Fall Fest 5K.
Well, the Fall Fest 5K is a part of the O'Fallon annual Fall Fest. It happens in the morning and it's planned out by Parks and Rec, and they do amazing work. But the hosts of the event are the Mayor's Youth Advisory Council.
We helped a lot with the execution of it. We were there to hand out drinks, make sure everybody was all right. And we also help with registration, helping people get situated. Some people weren't able to register in time, and so we were able to give them their stuff that they needed to be able to race.
We had a lot of fun. The best costume was a Princess Leia mom with an R2-D2 stroller with a kid in there actually watching Star Wars while she ran, and that was really fun. I was glad to be a part of it. Everybody had a good time, from the volunteers to the runners.
It was definitely youth run, and I think it really attracted a lot of youth from the community to come out, dress in fun costumes, and just run in the morning.
But it doesn't end there for these future leaders. The Mayor's Youth Advisory Council is also hard at work on developing new events for O'Fallon. It's exactly this kind of involvement that was hoped for when the council was first formed. And the youth council members are getting plenty of real-world city government experience as well.
I'm really interested in going into government and politics, and I really am interested in making a change in my community. And there's really no other program in the area that has the kind of in-depth, hands-on experience that the Mayor's Youth Advisory Council can offer me.
I see this as kind of like training, or just really seeing like how the heart beats in politics and how government actually functions at such a local level.
I never really felt like I was that involved, and this allows me to feel more involved, and it gives me the hope that I can make more people involved.
It's really nice to be able to get work done on a very real and major scale.
I think that this entire council, we have the workforce to really involve a lot of people and just have a lot of fun doing it. And I'm very excited for all of our events to come up, and it's just going to be a wild ride.
The Mayor's Youth Advisory Council meets monthly at O'Fallon City Hall and is open to high school juniors and seniors who attend either a public or private school in the O'Fallon area. If you're a high school student and want to get involved with local government, consider applying for the Mayor's Youth Advisory Council. It's a chance to make a big difference in your hometown.
Did you know there was an organization on the north side of O'Fallon that makes a difference in the lives of children with challenging behaviors? Joe Meyer is here with their story.
The Center for Autism Education is on a mission to change the lives of children who experience communication and sensory challenges. Over the years, the Center for Autism has continued to grow and prosper. Area children are getting the help they need through a unique way of teaching.
So smart. Awesome job. We work a lot with applied behavior analysis, which is really the science of behavior, but we really focus more on the positive end. So you could look at behavior analysis to either look at positive, reinforcing, helping good behaviors, or what sometimes we think about as a consequence for a behavior that we don't like so much. We really focus on the positive part. We look at what do we want to teach the kids, what skills they need, and reinforcing that and helping them with their sensory needs and their communication needs.
To bring their mission to life, the Center for Autism offers core learning programs. These programs offer specialized support options that provide exceptional school, work, home, and social readiness skills. In fact, one new program is making an immediate impact on children's lives.
The STEPS program focuses on preparing our students to go back to their public schools. The public schools will contract with us, and we will focus on specific target behaviors. So aggression, property destruction, eloping, inappropriate language. And we focus on replacing those behaviors with something appropriate. And once the students meet certain behavior goals and they're able to transition back to their public schools, then we get in contact with that district and we set up a transition program.
That is what I like to hear.
Positive, empathetic reinforcement goes a long way to help. STEP students get to take breaks when they behave appropriately.
When we take a break club, we get 3 minutes. When we do our work, we get a break 10 minutes.
Shane enjoys breaks because they help him stay focused and motivated. He even gets to enjoy a few unique activities.
Accessories, toys, back scratch, and putty.
I think certain students need a high level of support. They need supports that other public schools can't necessarily give them. So having the STEPS program is huge for the community because then those students that are really struggling can come here, get the support and the help that they need. They can learn the coping strategies and things to help them, so then once they are successful, then they can go back to their public school and not be here for their entire school career.
The Center for Autism continues to help children become successful and happy.
The impact has been tremendous because we've really been able to serve kids that other people haven't been able to serve. And I think one of the ways we really see that is with our parents. Some of these families have not been able to take their kids to the grocery store or go out to dinner or do any of those things. We had a dance one time so the kids could come in and have something social. One of the parents came in and said, because you're letting my kid do something in the evening, this is the first time my wife and I have gone out to dinner in 11 years. So really being able to help those parents integrate their kids back into the families and communities has really, I think, shown us what a great thing we're doing here.
Whose turn is it?
If you want to find out how the Center for Autism can help meet your child's special needs, you can visit them at www.teachautism.org.
It's time for a break. When we come back, you'll find out more about O'Fallon PD's top communicators. We'll also give you a preview and all the holiday events happening right here in O'Fallon. Stay with us for O'Fallon Matters. Welcome back to O'Fallon Matters. It takes courage to move halfway across the country to take a job where you're in charge of an entire community. Let's find out what else it takes from City Administrator Bonnie Theron.
I've been doing local government management for over 25 years. Most of it's in Connecticut and a variety of different sized communities. I also took one little dip down south to North Carolina for a few years. And then I came back to New England, and pretty much the rest of my career has been in Connecticut. So all kinds of community sizes, different budget issues, different growing issues, all kinds of different demands. So the good times in government and the bad times in government with financially. So I've had a lot of experience. I feel that you can fight City Hall, and I'm the type of person who I feel that I'm there to help people solve their problems. And if there's issues that need to get resolved, that we're here to help. And I think the other big thing I love is to start a project and years from now actually see it fruition is really, really exciting. So you can have a new building or new development, that type of thing, and really see it start as a little idea and go all the way to the reality.
Bonnie credits her interpersonal skills as one key qualification for her position.
My management style is very open door. I'm very down to earth. I think that has a lot to do with the rapport that I have with the public and also with employees, because I think you have to have that down to earth and very open to ideas and listening to people to be a good manager and a local government manager. And I think I have those skills. So I don't have an issue talking with people or meeting with them, meeting with groups, even ones that can be very angry about topics, because I'm feeling that I'm the type of person who can fuel things down and try to get things resolved. So that's kind of my management style. Let's work together as a team.
Bonnie describes how she came to the city.
The International City Managers Association posts all types of jobs, actually all over the world, not just here in the United States. And I happened to see this position. I had been applying for others, and I really was looking for an opportunity to move out of the New England area. I'd been doing it too long, and I think I'd lost the challenge, and I really wanted to go somewhere else. So I saw this. A couple of the things that attracted me was the size of the community. I think also I was very impressed by the website and all the things that were going on and how interactive the website was and how many new parks, new things were being worked on. And I must say I was very impressed also with the mayor's. I think there's a video that was done about the mayor and his interaction with the community, and I saw that as a real positive. And then the other one was wine country was near here. My husband makes his own wine, so when he saw that, he was really, really excited to be that close to wine country.
Getting settled into a new position, particularly one in a new region, requires a certain determination.
As soon as I got here, I set up meetings with all the department heads. Many of those meetings, it was off-site, so that, for example, Public Works, I traveled around the city. I have visited the water plants, the sewer plant. So you really have to get out there right away, and while I'm traveling with these department heads, I'm also saying what's your issues, what's your problems right now, what's your top demands. I think the other thing that was so helpful for me so quickly was the council was willing to do strategic planning, which we did probably about 2 or 3 weeks ago, which was so helpful, not just in my learning curve, but also for the budget. Here we are, budget season, perfect timing, that we can then know what the priorities are for myself as the city administrator, the staff, and for the entire city. And then the last piece, and it's all timing, that was so great for me was the citizen survey results coming out within my first few months. So that you can say, okay, I know what the council's priorities, now I know what the public's are, I have the staff priorities, and you can put them all together and see where they all mesh. And then the other thing is just really relying on the staff who's been so helpful in helping me learn Missouri laws, because they are different, they're very different. I do have a weekly management report that comes out every single Friday. It's on the website, and it's filled with information not only on what's going on in O'Fallon, but more importantly, the status of all of our city projects, also information that the council has requested, and I've heard back from the citizens that it's really a wealth of information because they had no clue what was really going on with different things in O'Fallon. So please look at the website, call me. I want to be a part of your community.
This next group of dedicated city employees could very well be the greatest communicators in O'Fallon. Joe Meyer has more on the O'Fallon PD's dispatch unit.
The Communications Section or Dispatch operates 24/7, 365 days a year. This group of dedicated city employees are the heartbeat of O'Fallon's Police Department.
Our number one priority is officer safety and public safety. So our 80,000 citizens and our police officers are our number one priority. For our police department in general, we have 3 shifts. We have day shift, afternoon shift, and late watch. They are 8-hour shifts, which means we work 5 days a week. Not necessarily 5 days in a row. We could have a 7-day stretch with 2 days off, as long as we work 5 days within a 7-day work period.
Answering a variety of calls is the bread and butter of dispatch.
We answer 911s. We currently have 3 911 lines that come in. We also have administrative lines. We have, I believe, 9 administrative lines that come in that we answer. We answer all incoming phone calls to the police department.
It takes a bunch of sophisticated communication devices to keep dispatch running 365 days a year.
We have our local CAD system, which is a computer-aided dispatching. We put in each one of our officers that's on duty for the day. Any call for service that we take over the telephone or via the radio gets placed in that CAD system, and it's just a computer software that brings up what the officers, what their badge numbers are, what their locations are, and what types of calls they're going to.
On top of CAD, dispatch also works with the Missouri Uniform Law Enforcement System, which gives the department access to Department of Revenue files, stolen property, and warrants. So what does it take to be a good dispatcher?
And as a dispatcher, you have to be that calm, cool, collected. You have to be a great multitasker. You have to be able to do more than one thing at a time. And just have that good sense, good common sense to get through. You know, I need to be able to apply the knowledge that I have to every type of situation, no matter how serious it is.
Car door been open since about 5 o'clock this morning, so.
Our dispatchers are truly the heart of O'Fallon's PD. Their constant communication saves lives in emergency situations. To find out more information, you can visit www.o'fallon.mo.us/PD/dispatch.
Get out of the house and enjoy all the fun holiday activities O'Fallon has to offer.
Finding activities for your family that are both fun and engaging can sometimes be challenging, but here in O'Fallon, we make it easy. There are dozens of awesome events throughout the year, and today on O'Fallon Matters, we're taking a look at a few that are still on the way. Our first event brings us to Fort Zumwalt Park, where this scenic drive will be illuminated by millions of twinkling lights. One of the can't-miss events of the year, the Celebration of Lights, is returning to Fort Zumwalt Park on November 29th and will run until December 30th. This festive drive-through experience is an O'Fallon tradition, and every year the Celebration of Lights attracts over 9,000 cars full of fans.
Every year, the crews get so excited about getting Fort Zumwalt Park ready for Celebration of Lights. You know, it's a great family tradition. Folks come out and bring the kids, the grandkids, neighbors. We even have scouts groups, church groups. It's a great event, and we're just so excited to offer this every year. It's a great community event, and it gives back to our local not-for-profit groups as well.
There are a lot of ways to enjoy the Celebration of Lights, and we've got some new tricks up our sleeve to make this year's display even better.
Celebration of Lights is offering some new elements this year along with some returning favorites. Our returning favorites is going to be our old-fashioned holiday stroll where people can go ahead and walk through the park along with our sleigh hay rides where people have the opportunity to sit in a wagon ride. Some new elements that we are adding for this year is going to be our Segway rides, which is a great perspective along with a fun ride going around the park. And we're also adding new 3D elements to our scenes this year to give a whole new look.
Open from November 29th through December 30th, the Celebration of Lights needs to be on your holiday bucket list. Open Tuesday through Sunday to vehicle traffic and open Monday for train and Segway rides. You'll be amazed this holiday season by the millions of lights on display at the Celebration of Lights. Next, we've got a trio of events that combine tasty treats, festive games, and a visit with jolly old St. Nick. It's easy to have a lot of fun with Santa here in O'Fallon. At the Candy Cane Hunt, kids get a chance to search high and low for candy canes hidden around the RSC. At the Breakfast with Santa, you can enjoy donuts and juice while playing fun holiday-themed games, and you can give Santa a break from cookies and milk at our popular Pizza with Santa lunch. Each of these events is a great way to get into the holiday spirit and meet with Santa himself.
We have 3 wonderful holiday events coming up. They are Candy Cane Hunt, Breakfast with Santa, and Pizza with Santa. We look forward to offering these events to our community for you and your family to come out and see what the Parks and Recreation Department has to offer. We look forward to seeing you there.
The Candy Cane Hunt kicks off on December 7th at the RSC, and the Breakfast with Santa and Pizza with Santa are both on December 14th. These events are jam-packed with fun events for kids and are sure to put a holiday smile on every face. Of course, this is the season of giving, and O'Fallon makes it easy to give back to those who need a little extra help this holiday season. Every year, O'Fallon citizens come together with their charitable donations of canned goods, boxed food, and personal care items. The Cornucopia of Care food drive supports local food pantries and charitable organizations and makes the holiday season a little better for everyone.
This is our 13th year for the annual Cornucopia of Care food drive. It is a drive where we help to stock the local pantries throughout the O'Fallon community. We involve a lot of organizations, schools, churches. They all have canisters for people to drop off food at those. And it has worked out so well, and especially during the holidays, the Christmas and the Thanksgiving holidays, when people really seem to have the most need.
The Cornucopia of Care food drive runs from November 4th through December 14th. And you can make a big difference in the life of someone in need by donating. Drop-off boxes are located at O'Fallon City Hall and the Renaud Spirit Center, as well as several local businesses throughout O'Fallon. Make the holiday season merrier for everyone by supporting the Cornucopia of Care food drive this season.
We hope you enjoyed today's show. If you have a good story idea, let us know. You can email us at OFallonTV@o'fallon.mo.us. Please remember to give back to your community because O'Fallon matters to all of us.